Yo, what the F is going on, Jordan Brand? You've decided that all of a sudden you're giving us this, but you're taking away these. Seems like we just got these just a minute ago, and we've been wanting these for a long time. So you decided that we're getting these, but we're not getting these. Make it make sense, Jordan Brand. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do something. I'm going to run the dopest intro you ever seen in your life, and we're going to come back, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I think is really going on with Jordan Brand right now.
OG Trap Jordan, OG Trap Jordan, the other sneaker YouTubers, the hell are boring. OG Trap Jordan, OG Trap Jordan, I got sneakers rated and pouring.
What up, YouTube? OG Trap Jordan, back with another one, and today we're going to talk about what the F is going on with Jordan Brand. We're getting cancellations and we're getting drops of shoes, or whatever you call it. I don't know if you call it a drop or if we're getting reports on shoes that are supposedly coming out next year that it seems like they just came out not that long ago and none of us really asked for them. So I want to know why we're canceling shoes that everybody wants and we're giving us shoes that people don't want. Now, this right here, the Flints, are reportedly coming out next year now. And you know what? This is really one of my favorite shoes. I grabbed the last drop and I had the one before that and they fell apart on me. But with these right here, I got some speculations on these and what they're actually doing with these. If you guys know, if you guys remember, all last year, off and on, they were reporting that we were getting those He Got Games. First we were getting them, then we weren't getting them, then we were getting them again, and then all of a sudden after they reported that we were getting them, now they're going to be coming in a low version, which in my opinion is actually a good idea from a marketing standpoint, because if you keep giving us the same shoe, people will stop buying them. So what you do is when a few people want them, you give us a different version, you drop those, a bunch of people buy them up, and then 4 or 5 years later you can drop the real thing and then they come out again. Now as far as these go, I feel, in my opinion, I think that it's the same thing. I don't think we're getting this version. I think just like those He Got Games, I think we're gonna get a low version of these. I think we're gonna just get a few lows. And you know what? In my opinion, and I know that a lot of people don't share the same opinion, I like 13s in a low. They look pretty good in my opinion, and I know a lot of people don't feel that way, but I think that's what's about to happen. I barely even wore these. I haven't even had time, but I am a working man like a lot of us are, and I probably wore this like once or twice, if even twice. I don't even know, but I do think that that's what Jordan Brand is doing. I think they're going to give us a different version. They're probably going to give us a low. They're going to give us a low of these, and they're going to give us a low of the He Got Games, and then 4 or 5 years down the line, they're going to give them to us again, and then everybody will go out and get them because last time it was a low, and this time it's the OG. We know how Jordan Brand does. Now, with that being said, with this aside, I want to talk about these off-whites. So I was doing a little reading after we got the announcement last night, or the news that those were actually being canceled, and I read a couple little articles about those, and basically there was one article that was basically saying that they didn't get canceled because they never were actually official and it was just a rumor. Now, with that being said, this rumor has been off and on for years. We've been hearing that this was coming out and then it wasn't coming out and then it was and then it wasn't. But I do want to point out one thing about these, about the off-white, the Jordan 1 off-white Alaskas. So those were reported recently, I don't know how long ago, by Z Sneakerheads. And if you follow the sneaker community in any type of form or fashion, you know about Z Sneakerheads, and you know that Z Sneakerheads does not report on most stuff if they're wrong. They pretty much wait until they know and it's official, and a lot of people rely on them because 9 times out of 10, actually I'd say like 9.5 times out of 10, they're right. So they got their information from somewhere and they thought that they were right and they gave us the information and now it's canceled. So that makes me think that, you know what? I think there's a little bit of truth. Where there's smoke, there's fire. I think that these haven't been canceled because I read that somewhere too, that it might not be canceled. it might actually just be postponed till next year. And personally, in my opinion, I believe that because this is a sought after, coveted sneaker that people have been wanting for a very long time. There's a lot of hype around it, and I don't see Jordan Brand just leaving all that money on the table when so many people want that shoe. So that's what I think is going to happen. I think that they're just postponing it. I think there's so much stuff coming out this year, and I think that later on we're probably going to get an announcement, and it's probably going to be sooner than later. Probably soon we're probably going to hear that, you know what, those were actually just postponed till sometime next year, and I wouldn't even be surprised if it was early next year or whatever. But I do still think that those off-whites are coming. I think they just postponed them. But I could be wrong. Like I said, a lot of people did say that it was never actually official, so they weren't really canceled. But like I said, Z Sneakerheads is hardly ever wrong, so there's got to be smoke. Where there's smoke, there's fire. So there's something going on with that. There's something brewing in the background, and I still think that those off-white Jordan 1 off-white Alaskas are going to come out eventually. So if you were really excited to get those and you're a little bit disappointed, I wouldn't be too sad about it because I do think they're still coming. And as far as these go, I do think that these are going to be dropping in a low version. I don't think they're going to go ahead. These just came out in like 2020 or something like that. And I know 5 years can be a long time when you're really young, but when you've been in the game for a while, that's nothing. There's still a lot of fresh pairs out there. You could probably still get these for a pretty good price on the aftermarket. I'm sure they're not doing that crazy. So I don't see Jordan Brand doing that. I think that these are going to come out in a low, and they're going to let people that like this shoe get the low version. And I like lows, so I might grab them. I don't know. We'll see. And then a few years down the line, we're going to get these. And that's the same thing that I think that they're doing with the He Got Game. So pretty much that sums up what I'm speculating. It doesn't mean it's true. It's just what I think. I've been doing this for a while, and a lot of times I'm spot on. Sometimes I'm wrong. So hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I think that's what's really going on, and that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. But I do want to add that I'm almost at 2,000 subscribers, so if you're enjoying my content, if you've been here before, or it's your first time checking in with the channel, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit that button so you can get notified every time I drop one of these bangers, and you can get some more of this good stuff in your life. And remember, no shoe is an absolute must cop. Support the culture and not the resellers. And please, please, please subscribe to the channel. Let's run it up. I really appreciate you. I'm OG Trap Jordan, and I'll see you on the next one. Oh yeah, and I do want to say one more thing. I forgot. We're getting close, like I said, to 2,000 subscribers. If you know this channel, you know that in the past, me and Teddy Turnup, we have done a couple of giveaways. We have given away Wet Cement 4 in the past and a Black Cement 3, and we're planning on doing a giveaway soon again, so stay tuned for that. We don't know what it is. We haven't worked out the details. We just know that soon we are going to do another giveaway, and we're going to give back to the community because we appreciate you. So like I said, we're doing another giveaway soon. Don't know the details, but stay tuned for that.